Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Joker. So today I'll be basically going over on how to set up a Samba server. So right now I have a Windows Server 10 that we'll be using for IT, and this one we'll be using for HR. So first of all, what is a Samba? So let's say I have a Linux server which is, let's say, 20 terabytes, and I have different departments, let's say IT, HR. I'm not sure, different departments, and they all want to store their file in that servers in the corporate. So what they will do, it will all go store in this, and the sample will allow them to basically share files between each other. So you can even do this in home if even if you don't want to, or you're not a corporate. Let's say your parents want to, their phone is running out of storage, they want to share the file into server which has, let's say, 500 gigabytes of space. So you can do this. You can buy a laptop, you can set up your own home server. So the first thing that we're going to do is go sudo apt updates. It's always good before we start a project to get our system the most updated. And then we're going to install Samba in our server. So now it's gonna give me an error, I think, because I already have Samba installed, but this is the command sudo apt install Samba to get the Samba server going. So after you did that, now if we go and cat etc samba conf, this is where our configuration for our Samba will be. So what we will do after you install it, once you install the Samba, this configuration will be available on your system. So we will basically copy this and make it into a backup. So in case if this actual conf we lose, we'll still have a backup of our original Samba. And we can do that in a matter of 2 minutes to get the system back up. So samba.conf and dot backup. So there you go. So now I have saved it to a backup, which is this right here. And this is our original. I have made a copy. So now what I will do, I will set up my configuration. So once you go inside now I did this with Nano, you can do this with VI too. So but now you go all the way at the end. So what I will do in here, I'll go IT. So this Department of IT. I'll say the path name equals to, sorry, Samba IT. Uh, Available, yes. Valid users. So let's say I have an IT user. His name is Josh. This is the person in IT, and I will say read only. No, I want it to be able to do more stuff. So browsable, yes. And public, no, I don't want it to be public. If you're in basically security part, then you have to pay attention to this stuff. For example, you don't want it to be writable, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna make it as quick as possible. So our second department is going to be HR, PAT, SRV, Samba, and HR. So again, valuable, yes. Valid users, let's say, Remy. It's going to be our HR person. So read only, no public. So there we go. Save the file. And after, I'll make those files. So sudo -p. So what the -p does is a parent directory. So inside of this, I'll go department 1, which was IT, and then same thing, but now it's HR. So now I will add those users. So add user Ramin, yes, and add user Josh. Clear my screen. So now that I have created those, so I'll say sudo challenge nobody. I don't want any part of the group. SRV, Samba, and IT. Again, same thing for our HR. Press enter, sudo chmod. Again, if you're part of um, a security, then don't do this. I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. HR. So there we go. So now I also created my user. So now I have to set up a password, a sample password for those users. So I'll go sudo smb password -a user1, which was Josh. And set up a password for our user 2, which was Remy. So there we go. So now that I did that, now with -a is for sending a password, -e is for enabling. So I have enabled both of them. So what I will do now is I'll restart my SMD and MVD server, and I'll start it again. And so what the enable command does every single time, let's say if you turn off let's say your corporate closes at 9 p.m. Turn it off because you don't want anyone to access because the corporate is closed. You turn on the server with one click, this server will automatically start, so you don't need to type in start again. Now, to check my status to see if it's enabled, yes, it's running, everything's good. So what I can do now, I can go over here, this PC, // 10.0, 10.0, 63, 63, and I can go HR. So there we go. So the HR person is going to come over here and create a file. You need permission. Oh, did I do this right? Okay, let's do this. Now, again, don't do this when you're basically doing this, but again, if you're in security, but we're just doing this for the sake of video. So the HR person, let's say I create a folder named HR, and now if I go inside of that, there we go. So there's a folder named HR. Within the HR folder, let's say I create touch HR salary, and let's say I go, so I'll say echo um, let's say Josh salary. Oh, this wasn't what I mean. So I'll say HR salary. So now if I go back and double click on HR, there will be HR. So now we notice that it doesn't open is because you have to save the file as txt because this is Windows. But yeah, so there we go. So it's in here. Do the same thing with Windows or with IT. So network 10.0, 63 AT. Oh, ooh. Whoa, 1926. Well, I should be getting that. So, anyways, you guys get the idea because right now, my Windows 10 doesn't work for some reason. But if I come over here and do this on my actual device, I can probably access it. So yeah, there we go. So the username was Josh, I believe. So yeah, this is our IT to now. I didn't set up permission for this one either. So there we go. So there we go. It's IT. So there you go. So we have two different departments, one HR and one IT, that we can manage both of them. And this is how you set up the server. So now to turn off the server, I can go stop. Uh, what was this? Oh, SMBD server. So now if they try to do something, refresh the file, working on it, you will get error. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you learned something.